the Viberg Pachena Bay boot in reverse tobacco chamois rough out. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dale of Dale's Leatherworks. In today's video, I'm extremely excited to be talking about, for the first time ever, a non-service boot from Viberg. Normally I'm talking all about their 2030 and their 2040 last, but today I'm actually talking about a Pachena Bay hiker boot. So huge thanks to my buddy Christian who entrusted me with these to review. I've been wanting to get my hands on some Pachena Bay for quite some time. I'm a little bit obsessed with hiker boots. I've got some hiker boots here from my friends at Craft and Glory. Absolutely amazing pair of hikers. But these hikers are unique and special. So first off, they're made in one of my favorite leathers, Horween chamois. Specifically, this color is tobacco. And I'm just a huge fan of chamois leather. It's got like a nice rubbery feel to it. It's got an amazing smell to it as well. And it's just one of the best rough outs you can get, in my opinion. Chamois, or chamois as it is known colloquially among boot nerds. According to Viberg, the Pachena Bay has been in continuous production since the early 1990s. This is the first time we have offered it with a full shearling lining. Shearling is a type of leather produced from a recently shorn sheep or lamb. The leather is tanned and processed with a clipped layer of wool intact. When used to line footwear, this natural material provides extreme warmth and comfort. Our genuine sheep shearling is made in the USA and is still a byproduct of the food industry. The combination of this lining and the heavily oiled chamois leather from Horween makes for the perfect winter boot. And yeah, I can't agree more. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures on the Viberg website, and the guy's wearing it with green trousers, and the green trousers against that reverse tobacco chamois is just brilliant. And not to get off topic, but Viberg just dropped a few new amazing builds, including the navy boot in tobacco calf suede, the Chelsea in antique waxy commander, some derbies in the same leather, a scout in tobacco calf suede and antique waxy commander. They got the service boot 310 in antique waxy commander, the 2030 service boot, some really amazing spring and summer drops for 2025. So link to this drop will be in the description below, so shop around if you're so interested. So the Pachena Bay is made on the 240 last. What's interesting about it is the upper is a single piece. It's got a gusseted tongue and padded collar. It's got a leather toe puff, and yes, it is made in Canada. So this is also according to Viberg. Developed in the 1980s, the Pachena Bay was designed to conquer the West Coast Trail, one of America's toughest hikes. Inspired by our insulated hunting boot and 1970s Italian climbing boots, the Pachena Bay features a padded collar and lace-to-toe design that protects the Achilles tendon and provides extra cushioning for extreme terrain. The Pachena Bay is a rarely seen take on the classic Italian-style hiking boot. Designed by Glenn Viberg and introduced in the early 90s, it has a taller profile than our hiker and features a signature padded collar and lace-to-toe gusseted tongue. With this release, we've attempted to produce the perfect boot for temperate rainforest climates. the Pachena Bay that was making all the, that was causing up a big stir back in, it looks like 2018 was their rubberized Pachena Bay in rubberized leather. The upper was crafted from an industrial rubber bonded leather which easily sheds water and dirt. The leather was sourced from the Dominican Republic, and yeah, it's got a gnarly look to it. There's so many cool things you can do with leather. It's crazy. The sky really is the limit. Oh, interesting. Viberg actually ran the Pachena Bay in shell cordovan previously. That was part of a pre-order. And so yeah, let's take a closer look at these. So I'm seeing a double row stitch down construction, a really gnarly nap on the tobacco chamois. It's interesting because similar to Horween waxed flesh, it starts out kind of matted down, but as you wear it, it's going to reveal more of the rough out. So that's fun. Yeah, shearling lined. We've got this padded collar up here and really cool D-ring eyelets, and then 3 strategically placed speed hooks. That is really neat. Not much arch support in there. It's a kind of a flat sole shape. It's kind of interesting the way that it came together. Nice edge staining on the sole there. Of course, the appropriate lug commando outsole. And then this is a pair of vintage hiker boots that I managed to procure from a local antique shop. And it's interesting to sort of compare the earlier model to the Viberg modern hike boot. So this earlier model did not have a padded collar. I did a separate review on these. We've got a hobnail outsole. Very interesting. Similar D-ring eyelets. For the most part, it's just an entirely different build altogether. It is interesting that the upper is basically hole cut. Similar idea, but obviously the Vibergs are going to be a modern iteration and much more improved, using better materials and of course a contemporary design, and of course being Viberg, it's going to have a touch of luxury incorporated as well. Yeah, my Craft and Glories, it's just a different pattern altogether. We've got a separate panel here. It's not hole cut. We've got a back heel stay, whereas on the Vibergs we have a back heel strip, but it appears that the entirety of the boot of the upper is one piece. Yeah, the placement of the D-ring eyelets is different on these two. We have one that's sort of recessed back here, which is interesting, and then 2 speed hooks. Yeah, the Vibergs has one that's kind of recessed as well. Very interesting, their take on the hiker boot. As always, Viberg, they're doing some of the best work in the industry, and I'm always keeping an eye on their website just to see what they're up to. They're always doing something new and interesting and fascinating. So anyways, as always, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about these Pachena Bays? Do you own any? They've done several iterations throughout the years, waxy commanders, all kinds of cool stuff. But I have to say these are probably my favorite, though you wouldn't get much use out of these in the summertime because they are shearling lined and you would probably overheat trying to wear these in the summer. But they're standard lined hike boots, I would say obviously much better for warmer climates. So once again, link to Viberg will be in the description below. These obviously are no longer for sale, but their summer collection is looking very awesome. So shop around there if you're so interested. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. End of transmission.